In the dark abyss of forgotten history lies a secret waiting to be unearthed. A secret that could change the way we view an entire continent, its people, and its culture. We're delving into the mystery of Africa's true name. The name Africa, as we know it today, is globally accepted. Its origin, however, is a subject of much debate. The most common belief is that it stems from the Roman term Afri, a title given following the Romans' conquest of Carthage in the 2nd century BC. This term was used to refer to the inhabitants of the then-known northern part of Africa. But what if the name Africa isn't the original name of this vast continent? What if, tucked away in history's forgotten pages, there lies another name, a name that predates the Roman influence, a name that resonates with the very soul of the continent? This is not a mere speculation, but a hypothesis that could potentially shift our understanding of the world's second largest continent. There's a controversial idea that has been circulating among historians and scholars. This idea suggests that the true name of Africa might actually be Israel. Now, before you dismiss this as a fanciful notion, bear with me. This isn't a claim made lightly, nor is it rooted in unfounded theories. Instead, it's a claim that's backed by years of meticulous research and study. The term Israel isn't new or foreign. Most of us associate it with the current Middle Eastern country. But could it be possible that this term, this name, has a deeper, older connection to the continent of Africa? Could it be that the term Israel is indeed the original name of what we now call Africa? So let's ponder on this. Could it be that we have been calling the continent by a foreign name all this time? As we journey deeper into this mystery, remember that the exploration of truth often leads us down paths less trodden. And it's on these paths that we uncover the secrets that history has tried to keep. The land itself may hold the key to unlocking this ancient secret. As we delve into the evidence etched in the very fabric of the earth, it becomes apparent that there are uncanny geographical parallels between Africa and Israel. Let's start with the Nile, the world's longest river, a life-giving artery that has shaped Africa's history and culture. Its flow from south to north, its annual floods, the fertile lands it nourishes. Does it not remind you of another river? Yes, the River Jordan in Israel, which, though not as grand, mirrors the Nile in these aspects. The Nile and the Jordan, two rivers flowing through lands that might be more connected than we think. Moving beyond rivers, let's tread the terrains of these regions. In Africa, we find a mix of deserts, fertile plains, highlands, and mountains. Israel, despite its relatively smaller size, boasts a similar variety. The Negev Desert, the fertile Jezreel Valley, the highlands of Galilee, and the mountains of Judea. The similarities are too striking to ignore, almost as if they were shaped by the same hand. And then there's the climate. Both Africa and Israel experience a range of climates, from the scorching heat of the deserts to the cool climes of the highlands. The pattern of rainfall, the cycle of seasons, they echo each other, adding another layer to the mounting evidence. But what about the flora and fauna? The acacia trees standing tall in the African savanna find their cousins in Israel. The ibex navigating the rocky cliffs of Judea could well be a sibling of the African antelope. The birds migrating between Africa and Israel seem to recognize a connection that we are just beginning to understand. Every stone, every grain of sand, every gust of wind seems to whisper the same name: Israel. The similarities in geography, climate, and biodiversity between Africa and Israel are compelling, suggesting a shared heritage that spans millennia. Could the land be crying out its true name to us? People are the soul of a land, their stories, our greatest testament. As we navigate this intriguing journey, we delve into the heart of Africa, unearthing the cultural and historical ties that bind her people to the ancient Israelites. First, let's look at the Lemba tribe of southern Africa. Despite being thousands of miles away from the Middle East, the Lemba have steadfastly maintained oral traditions of their Semitic origins. They practice rituals strikingly similar to those of the ancient Israelites, such as animal sacrifices and circumcision, and avoid eating pork and other forbidden foods listed in the Torah. Over in West Africa, the Igbo people have long held onto customs eerily reminiscent of the Israelites. Their traditions of Sabbath observance, prohibition of eating certain unclean foods, and the ritual purification of new mothers echo practices found in the Old Testament. Intriguing, isn't it? Then, we have the Yoruba tribe, also from West Africa. who believe in a supreme being called Olodumare, akin to the concept of Yahweh in ancient Israel. Their traditional priests, known as Babalawos, bear an uncanny resemblance to the Levitical priests of ancient Israel in their roles and responsibilities. And let's not forget the Beta Israel community in Ethiopia, who have long claimed descent from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Their religious practices and beliefs, their holy days and rituals all mirror those of ancient Israel. These are not mere coincidences, but traces of a shared historical and cultural heritage. These oral traditions, passed down through countless generations, are more than just stories. They are echoes of a shared past, whispers of an identity long forgotten yet stubbornly enduring. So as we listen to the tales of the African tribes and their striking similarities with the ancient Israelites, we can't help but wonder, could our ancestors be whispering the truth through generations? In the realm of cold, hard facts, we seek validation. And when it comes to affirming Africa's true name, science has a remarkable story to tell. The tale begins with genetic studies, an area of science that has made great strides in recent years. Through DNA testing, scientists have been able to trace the genetic lineage of various African populations back to the ancient Israelites. These findings are not mere conjecture or coincidence. They are based on comprehensive studies involving thousands of individuals from different regions of Africa. But the evidence does not stop at genetics. Archaeology, too, lends its voice to this narrative. Excavations across Africa have unearthed artifacts and structures bearing striking resemblance to those found in ancient Israel. From pottery styles to architectural designs, these archaeological findings echo a shared heritage, a common thread weaving through time and space. The discoveries don't just span across the continent, they delve deep into its heart. In regions like Zimbabwe, known for its rich historical and cultural heritage, archaeological evidence points to connections with ancient Israel. Here, ruins and relics whisper tales of a time when the cultures of Africa and Israel may have been intertwined. This scientific affirmation is not a dismissal of Africa's diverse cultures and histories. Rather, it's an exploration of a possible shared past, a past that may have been lost or obscured over millennia. It's a journey into a realm where science, history, and culture intersect. It's an invitation to revisit our understanding of Africa's identity. So, what do these genetic studies and archaeological findings mean? Are they mere anomalies, or do they point to a deeper, more complex history than what we've been led to believe? Could they be hinting at Africa's true name, a name that has been forgotten or hidden in the annals of history? Is science painting a picture of Africa's true identity? Truth, when revealed, has the power to change everything. Imagine if we were to accept the idea that Africa's true name is Israel. This is not just a change in nomenclature. It's a shift in perspective that could ripple through every facet of our understanding of the world. It's like turning a kaleidoscope and seeing a new pattern emerge. A pattern that was always there, just waiting for us to shift our gaze. Firstly, there's history. Our textbooks, our lectures, our documentaries would need to be re-examined. We would need to revisit the narratives of the past, not just to change the name of a continent, but to understand how this revelation might alter our understanding of historical events and relationships. It's like pulling on a thread in a tapestry and seeing how the entire design adjusts in response. Then there's culture. Africa, or should we say Israel, is a melting pot of diverse cultures, languages, and traditions. How does this new name reflect on the rich tapestry of these societies? Does it enhance our appreciation of their uniqueness, or does it give us a new lens through which to view their interconnectedness? In either case, it's an opportunity for a deeper, more nuanced understanding of our shared human experience. And of course, there's identity. For the people of Africa, this truth could be a source of empowerment. It could give them a renewed sense of pride in their heritage, a stronger connection to their ancestral roots. But it could also challenge their sense of self, asking them to reconcile their present identity with a past that they may not have known. But let's not forget, this revelation is not just significant for Africa. It's a global revelation. It challenges every one of us, no matter where we are from, to question our assumptions, to reevaluate our understanding of the world, and to embrace a new truth. Are we ready to embrace the truth of Africa's true name? The answer to that question could shape the course of our future.